Hi, guys.
Hi, how are you?
Good. I'm sorry I was late. I feel like my friend from Africa who was over here stole my cord.
Oh my God. Once again, maybe the most Yorm opener.
You know how guys from Kenya are. They come over, they fucking take your cords.
Yorm knows people from all over the globe, all of whom he lets stay at his house and are a little bit shady.
We don't know. We don't know about any of that.
You know what I really liked, Yorm, is that you wrote us to say that you were looking, you said, wait, give me a minute, I'm looking for some chords, but you spelled it CHORDS.
Oh.
Well, to be fair, the iPhone spelled it that way, but yes.
But it is kind of nice that you're such a musician that your iPhone was like, I think you mean these chords.
Found him.
Found them. How is everybody?
Good. Yorm, when you said you had a friend in town from Africa, I just assumed it was Chappie.
No, that guy sucks now.
The robot Chappie?
Yeah,
Robot Chappie.
He's so irritating now.
I am Chappie. Do you know Chappie is a huge behind-the-scenes part of late night?
Really?
What? I'm sorry, what?
So we do a scene called You Burnt, and during You Burnt, we have every now and then there's like a robot voice that like comes in and says like a robot phrase.
Oh.
And behind the scenes, we've always called that Chappie because our show came out. Our show started like within a month of Chappie being a movie.
It's not, though, because Chappie is a very distinct South African accent.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not. Who here's seen Chappie?
All of us.
All of us. Immediately we saw it.
Yeah, we've all seen it, but how does he talk, Andy?
We've talked about Chappie as much as anything that's ever come out, I would say.
Yeah, almost like a quarter level.
Again, Chappie, there were two things that were happening when our show started that we referenced all the time, and it turned out nobody in our audience knew about him or cared. It was Chappie, and then there was that like weird Johnny Depp movie with like Gwyneth Paltrow where he was like, I don't know what he was like a detective or something. I'm gonna have to look it up now.
Are you talking about The Tourist?
No.
That's
It had
Angelina Jolie.
That's what I
it
thought.
had like a weird little name, like Chappie, that it was like kind of fun to say.
Oh, yes. It's like Montgomery or something, but it's not that.
Oh, you're talking about the comedy, the one with the mustache.
Mordecai. Is it Mordecai?
Mordecai. Was it Mordecai?
Yes.
Yeah. I think the tagline had something to do with the mustache. That's why I said that.
Yeah. And so we were like, we thought it was so funny, and we just kept making Mordecai jokes. And like, again, when a movie doesn't do well, and so Chappie and Mordecai jokes. I apologize to anybody watching late night in the 14 to 15 era.
Suffice it to say, if there was ever a Chappie Mordecai team-up movie, we would be first in line.
To refresh your memory, Diane Word is in it, and they find a robot. It's basically Short Circuit. It's like a military-trained robot that goes off the reservation somehow. And instead of finding Steve Gutenberg and, is it Ali Sheedy?
Yeah.
Instead of finding them, it finds Ninja and...
Yolani Fezer.
Yeah, exactly. And then they teach it how to be kind
Fucking
of
cool.
like artist, like urban artists, I would
Pretty
say.
sure they teach Chappie how to be gangsta.
Yeah.
But wait. How does he talk, though? How does Chappie talk?
Well, Chappie, at first, I think, again, this is my memory, he talks closer to Johnny number 5.
Right.
A little bit sweet. He goes, butterfly. And they're like, don't say butterfly, say butterfly. Something like that, right?
Yeah.
I feel like Chappie has the same accent, though.
Yeah.
I feel like the voice of Chappie is the guy who's the lead in District 9.
I think you're right. And I
Yeah.
do think in the trailer he says, I am Chappie.
Oh, Shipley. Shipley?
Oh.
Stingley, Byron Stingley.
So he says, like, I'm Chippy. South Africa.
No, that's a little, yeah, he's from New Zealand.
Sometimes people will say, I wish you talked about something other than Donald Trump on your late night show. And I do want people to know that before he showed up, it was a lot of Chappie stuff. So, pick your poison.
I love Chappie. It's got Hugh Jackman with a dope haircut.
Oh yeah,
He's
but
got like a urban mullet.
Jackman's a bad guy, right?
Yeah.
He works for the company that makes the robots, I believe. Again,
Yeah.
I can't believe that it's even foggy for me, and I didn't refresh myself with a new viewing.
Yeah. Don't get it twisted out there. Chappie rips.
Yeah, we're into Chappie. I don't
Yeah.
want it to seem like this is negative. I can't speak for the writing staff at late night.
It's the Lonely Island, the Seth Meyers podcast. Yeah.
Hey, we got to do some cleanup work.
Oh.
By the way, I hope you'll give me permission, and obviously we could just cut it right out, but I heard a very funny story about your 15th wedding anniversary, Keeve.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Put him on blast.
Confirm or deny, your wife, Liz, told us that she got a balloon that said 1-5 to celebrate 15 years.
I was there. It's true.
Tell us what you said when you saw the 15 balloon.
Well, it was outside in the back porch. So I'm looking through like windows towards the back porch, and I see it kind of glistening in the sun. And all it read to me was "is," and I thought I was seeing part of like a something is wonderful, like like half of a sentence, the middle of a sentence,
right.
And so I was like, "Is." What's is? And she was like,
I was there. She's like, it's 15. It's today.
Oh, that's great.
It is. Liz said it's like literally the greatest like lesson of marriage. Is it on your 15th wedding anniversary? Your husband's like, what's is?
Yeah, it is what it is what she kept saying. and she did embrace it. She was like, 15 years, it is what it is.
I thought it was a celebration of the Hawaiian folk singer.
Oh yeah. Is that who sings Somewhere Over the Rainbow?
Yeah.
What we were all thinking.
Yeah.
It could have been like the middle of like marriage is wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Keith was immediately just concerned the bigger balloons had blown away, and he wanted to alert his bride.
Exactly.
Gotta go back to the store.
All right.
Can I say something since we're doing cleanup stuff from past casts?
Yeah.
A friend of mine who listens to this cast texted me, and this made me laugh very hard, which was when I was bringing up khakis with a cuff and a crease. He texted me, I guess Kevin Yorm did forget about Dre. Which we've always joked about how no one forgot about Dre. Why did he write that song? Like, we all remember you, Dre. And he was like, no, it turns out they actually did forget about Dre.
To me, he's always been Andre, so that's the only...
Right, exactly. He's Andre to you.
Yeah.
You guys decide if this one's worth leaving in. A few years ago, I remember going on a run down the West Side Highway, as I'm wont to do.
Yeah.
And just so much going on. Like so many news vans, police cars. And I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? And then I realized it was September 11th. And it was the anniversary of September 11th. And I had a real they said never forget.
That was the one thing.
The one thing they told us to do is never forget. And you're like, what's going on?
What's this all about?
Speaking of Liz for 1 second, because I did look at some comments and people were very nice about her voice note.
Yeah, there was a lot of get more Liz on the pod.
Yeah, and then somebody plugged a podcast she did, and I was like, oh, I should have done that for her. So she did podcasts with Amy Poehler like a year ago, I guess, and there were like 3 parts to it. One was Poehler did 10 episodes.
Yes.
They were like improvised. They were like Curb Your Enthusiasm, where they had an outline but were improvised. They did a first season where it was Poehler as like a
therapist,
like a couples counselor therapist, and with a bunch
Say More with Dr. Sheila.
Exactly. And then there was a second round, which was Ike Barinholtz as kind of a shock jockey kind of
a Joe Rogan-esque person,
a Rogan guy. And then the third one is the one I
saw Ike yesterday. That's just an aside. I saw him name drop.
Does your foot hurt?
Did he say he was a fan of the pod?
We still haven't gotten our answer on the pod.
No, he confirmed he does not listen to the pod.
Okay, great. That's what I assumed.
Loudly, I might add.
Well, he's only loudly.
He's a Hauser.
One speed. One great speed.
One Hauser. Okay. And then the third one is the actual one I most wanted to do because it's the one that she's on. So it was her and Emily Spivey, who's another SNL writer who has done a voice note for the show. And it's called Women Talking About Murder, I believe.
That's right.
Listen to every episode. I'm a fan. And it's like a murder podcast.
It's super funny.
But it's all improvised and it's really funny. It's got tons of good guests and go check it out.
It's a first episode game, but they're like 2 women who talk about murders, and it's very clear that Liz is with a pretty shady guy.
Yeah, well, it's all under the pretense of that Emily is going back through looking for clues because clearly Liz has gone missing.
Right.
Yes.
People were also mad that we missed this. I talked about the Swedish entry in Eurovision. The name of the band was KAJ, which a bunch of people were like, so Key Vandy Yorm.
Oh my God.
Wow.
My Lord.
kind of nuts we missed that. Also, a lot of people want to clarify, they do live in Finland, but they were the Swedish entry for Eurovision. Finland's entry was called Ikkoma, which is what you're guessing it is. So basically, the Finnish entry is a Finnish version of Jizz in My Pants.
Oh.
So all Yorm has to do is go there to just do a little bit of a movie, gets in the water, and now they're just...
I'm sorry, what did I think Ikkoma meant?
I come.
I thought it was people in a coma. I thought they were all 3 people in a band who were also in a coma.
I mean, my first reaction, Seth, was like, yeah, coma, ick. You don't want to be in a coma. Yuck.
Gross.
You thought that would be a pop song?
Yeah, you'd be all trapped in your body.
No, thank you.
It really does. I'm just reading like poorly translated lyrics, but it seems like it's not coma based.
I didn't think that we would talk about Finland as much on this pod. Even having been there, even like me being the person that prompted it, I didn't think that we would talk about Finland this much on the pod.
So you're like basically the guy who got the toothpaste out of the tube, and
I'm
now...
trying to take it back. I'm shoving it back in. No more.
Speaking of Finland, we did Greg's Frasier song that you requested, but we didn't have it when you requested it, so we didn't get to respond to it.
That's pretty special.
Amazing.
And so thank you, Greg.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, thanks, Greg.
It's a really good one.
Loving it.
I think we should play it again.
Yeah, let's just play it again.
And go.
Hey, it's the Lonely Island podcast, and sometimes Seth Meyers hangs out too. He's busy. And there's that one guy who's always late, sometimes don't show up at all. I think you know who. Finland. But it's all good, sir, it don't matter as long as they got you. Them boys got a whole army of Quads.
So funny.
So good. And I feel like this is a maybe an unfair thing when someone shows an aptitude for something that you just keep pushing them. But it's kind of what Lauren did with you guys in the digital shorts, right?
Yeah.
Like the better they were, the more he said, I need more.
Yeah, grind Greg. It's fine.
So with that, I feel like Greg maybe could do one that's like inspired by the Alvin and the Chipmunks theme song.
Ooh.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. And maybe you could use this at the end of it. Andy!
Oh, it kind of blew out when you said that.
No, that's just Zoom. They'll have it.
Oh, okay, good. Okay. But do it again, though.
I was like, Andy! Another person said, hey, I can't believe you guys were talking about both Jack Quaid and Goose and failed to make the connection that Jack Quaid's real-life mom, Meg Ryan, was Goose's wife.
Oh, my God, yes.
Wow. Wow.
Everything comes back to geese, man.
Fucking wild.
Everything connects on this pod. It really makes sense, but not in like a helpful way. Like,
Do you think that maybe you know how like each individual person has a spirit animal? Like our group or band spirit animal is a goose?
100%.
most deaf.
Yorm, take off your shirt.
I just got this shirt, so I don't want to take it off. I'm trying to flaunt it to you guys. What do you guys think?
Oh, it's nice.
2 elephants. Yeah, thanks.
What is I Don't Give a Honk from?
Our third album.
Our brains?
Okay. No, somebody in a Q&A, or somebody, sorry, not in a Q&A, someone just emailed in a question about I Don't Give a Honk. So that's another undropped Goose reference we haven't mentioned.
Was it Edgar Wright that sent the question in? Because he likes that song a lot.
I don't know.
And yes, my foot hurts, Andy. Jesus Christ.
Oh, right. Yeah. Because you dropped the name on it. Yeah.
Hey, this one, another connection that I enjoyed. This is from Richard. Hey, Quades. I was just thinking about how great Yorma was as Booth Jonathan in Girls.
Sexy.
And how he showed full ass for a long time in bed with Marnie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And they were basically like, you're kind of like your generation's Dennis Franz.
Yeah.
So many, again, useless connections, but we're making them.
There's not that much memorable male butt showing on TV things, just in general.
Yeah.
And that was a memorable one because it was the full like arms and legs out.
I will say I was asked to go full frontal as well, and I wanted to because I was like, yeah, you don't get to see full frontal as much. And then my wife was like, please don't. Please don't. Like, it really is forever.
Yeah.
Like, can you just not just go with the fucking butt, man? And, I guess I'm happy.
Because she believes to this day that belongs to her and her only. She's the only one who gets to see it.
You can talk to her about it, but yeah, we'll get a voice
You're like,
note.
but I thought you said it was big. She's like, no, I did.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
Oh, from my experience, for sure. But I'm just
it's so cold in the studios. Because it's cold in the studios and you don't want to,
So, Andy, you think Marnie was saying this because she didn't want to blow up her spot? Like she
didn't
been
want to walk
like,
down the street and have people be like, hey, that's that lady that goes with that little dick guy.
Oh. You didn't think it was protecting
I'm
Yorm?
just kidding, you guys. I've seen Yorm's penis and it's totally good.
Yeah, that's great.
Oh, he has. Yeah.
Andy. Yorm, we can cut all that. Yorm, we can cut all that.
No.
I've seen yours penis, and it's totally good. It's just a really good grammar, dick grammar.
I just like the idea of like Yorm after it airs and he's getting that feedback standing at like the foot of the bed.
Yeah.
Just tears running down his eyes being like, so I guess you need to get your eyes checked.
All of you. What else is a lie?
In action.
Oh, my God. Do you think now in retrospect, are you glad she recommended you not do it, Yorm?
No, I feel like there should be more dicks on TV.
We can show it on the pod.
Okay.
Yeah.
Should we show it on the pod when we go to video?
Okay.
Yeah.
And you guys are looking at it, and everyone's impressed,
Oh, it's fine.
and we're back.
Support for the Lonely Island and Seth Meyers podcast comes from Airbnb. Yorm,
Yeah.
you travel a lot. You like staying in houses.
Yeah, well, when I was hanging out with Tommy Hanks in Pittsburgh, I actually stayed in the Airbnb up on a hill. I can't remember the name of the hill, but it was overlooking the city. It was Primo, and it was a very good location. You know what they say about real estate, Keith? They say location, location, location. And this had the location. It was very easy to get to everything, and yeah, it was clean, and I loved staying there.
You know, Seth's story about where he stayed was also a Pittsburgh story. And then we also have been talking a lot about Pittsburgh. It just feels like we're kind of Pittsburgh guys.
Yeah, go to Pittsburgh, stay near Gooskie's. I bet there's an Airbnb right near there.
I went to Pittsburgh once and I stayed in a hotel. And honestly, I would have preferred an Airbnb because when you have an Airbnb, you have a kitchen. And especially if you got kids, that's really key. And you might even have a washer dryer. And that's pretty key. And it's nice to not just be sharing walls with strangers and to be in your own space.
Yeah.
But let me flip it on you, Yorm. Let me flip this on you.
Ooh, okay. Getting real now.
We've been talking about when you are traveling and you're in someone else's house, but what about your house? First, you create a welcoming space for others.
Oh.
You get the joy of sharing a home with travelers, and you get extra income that can allow you to travel more or other life goals. You know, I don't think they're going to micromanage how you spend your money after you get it. You use it how you see fit.
Yeah, whatever hobbies you got.
Yeah, but Airbnb is great as both traveler or as a host. You have no idea what your house is worth right now. You might be sitting on a little gold mine. Might be able to pay off that mortgage and get yourself a little ice cream on the side. You know what I mean?
Yeah, your home could be worth more than you think. Find out how much at airbnb.com/host. I just ended your ad for you.
Thank you.
This episode of the Lonely Island podcast is brought to you by our friends at Maker's Mark. This Father's Day, we're partnering with Maker's Mark to celebrate the fathers and father figures in all of our lives. Nurturing a family takes time, patience, and care. And just like distilling bourbon, there are no shortcuts in honor of everything perfectly unreasonable our fathers have done for the sake of something remarkable. Maker's Mark wants to extend a happy Father's Day and cheers from the founding Samuels family and its 3-generation of remarkable dads. You know, can I just say about the remarkable dads that I do this podcast with, we always put our family and our children first. And in fact, that's why I'm the only one reading the ad right now, because the other 3 of them are doing what they should do, being incredible fathers. You too can celebrate the devoted father figures in your life by picking up a bottle of Maker's Mark 46, the perfect gift for Father's Day. Kentucky made and French finished. Maker's 46 can be enjoyed neat, on the rocks, or in a Manhattan. Maker's Mark is perfectly unreasonable about taste, which is why Maker's 46 is finished longer with seared French oak staves, resulting in a smooth bourbon base with notes of caramel and vanilla. Maker's Mark 46 makes their bourbon carefully. Please enjoy it that way. Maker's Mark 46 Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey Barrel finished with 10 virgin French oak staves, 40% alcohol volume. 2025 Maker's Mark Distillery, Inc., Loretto, Kentucky. And oh, Andy's going to be so mad he wasn't here because his favorite thing is French oak staves.
Support comes from Vuori, my favorite product, and we all know Akiva's because he likes getting badgered by friends who want free product that we can't give. You know, guys, I have been hitting the gym. It's no joke. If you see me out in Brooklyn, say hi. Here's why I like Vuori. 1, it's fun to say, but it's the versatility, guys. It's one short for every sport, as they like to say. It's ideal for fitness, running. It's great for training, but it's also really stylish and super comfortable, which is why we keep getting badgered by everyone. It's soft, lightweight, 4-way performance stretch, moves with you, no restrictions, which is great for me because I'm very bendable. Vuori is an investment in your happiness. For our listeners, they are offering 20% off your first purchase. Get yourself some of the most comfortable and versatile clothing on the planet at vuori.com/island. That's VUORI.com/island. Exclusions apply. Visit the website for full terms and conditions, which I'm sure you all will. Not only will you receive 20% off your first purchase, but enjoy free shipping on any U.S. orders over $75 and free returns. Go to vuori.com/island and discover the versatility of Vuori clothing. Exclusions apply, as I said just now. Visit the website for full terms and conditions.
Again, there's just a lot of, in the comment section, there's a lot of people weaving themes together, but I do appreciate it. Someone said, this is Dan. I was thinking back to when you mentioned Beyonce being reluctant to do the single lady skit with Andy. Andy, do you think she anticipated that one day you would be known as the true Queen Bee?
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, good.
Long walk, and I went there. I went there right with you. No, but I will let you know. And I feel like a little bit like a corporate chill because I'm sure this was their intention. New York Times Games did send me a Queen Bee hat.
Yeah.
And I have been rocking it. I've been rocking it quite proudly, so I want to thank them for that.
Good hat. I mean, it's a good logo. They got a good logo. It's a good hat.
Fits like a glove.
Yeah. And it's kind of your brand.
Like a head glove.
A head glove, yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I don't know that's what I look for in a hat.
Like a glove-like fit?
No.
It's like plastered onto my head and face.
You could have said it fits like a hat. Like, because that was...
Like super tight, immediately sweaty.
Yeah, it's basically like a GIMP mask.
Yeah.
Just the top of a GIMP mask.
So that's a bummer.
But everybody knows that I'm aware of the concept of Queen Bee, and that's important to me.
This is from Jihad. Back in 2009, Andy hosted the MTV Movie Awards and did a bit where Paul Rust played an editor named Carl Berman. He wins a technical award and proceeds to start humping the award and insulting Andy. It's one of my favorite bits, but I cannot find the video of it anywhere. Suck my golden popcorn dick is still something my friends and I say to each other.
Whoa.
That's right. I remember being impressed with Rust because that's not something that you think is going to come out of Rust's mouth.
He's a very funny man,
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Paul Rust.
Also, by the way, he's on that new Paul Rubens Pee-wee as himself documentary.
Yes, he is.
And it's so great. I love that documentary. Shout out.
I don't remember it, but I know Paul Rust is like besties with Neil Campbell, who I work with a ton, including on our show Digman, and I'm guessing he had something to do with writing that.
Well, Scott Ackerman was running your writer room, too.
He was, yes.
There you go. Somebody just wrote this, which I was just sort of taken with. Mike asked, is Jack McBrayer real?
Of course.
Yeah.
Like a real person?
Like a real person, yeah. I mean, I get it. Like, he looks like a creation of fiction because he's so wonderful.
Can I say something about Jack McBrayer? I do worry that if he spends more time in the sun, that eventually he won't be real. He'll just like disintegrate into
He
like...
does love the sun, and he does not care about whatever data it is.
I would say he's realer than Real Deal Holyfield.
Whoa.
Mm.
All right.
Whoa.
And now you hookers and hoes know how I feel.
So you didn't forget about Dre after all.
I did not. No.
Okay, this is good. From Grace. A few weeks ago, our 3-year-old demanded to watch Sonic 3 based solely on the Netflix thumbnail because he had never been exposed to the franchise before. In the opening scenes, my husband noticed Yorma and yelled, "Hey, that's Yorm," to me because we both listened to the pod. Later that week, I was at McDonald's getting a Happy Meal for my toddler. I asked him if he wanted nuggets or a cheeseburger, and he told me he wanted a yellow Yorm. I didn't know what that was, so I got him a cheeseburger. When we got home, he opened his toy, a Knuckles figure from the movie, and he happily exclaimed, "A red Yorm."
Oh.
That's when he realizes he thinks all the hedgehogs are called Yorm.
Ooh, a red Yorm.
Oh, my Lord.
Because he knows you're in it. So why wouldn't you be that guy?
Yeah, well, he's like, he heard somebody yell out Yorm the first time it came on camera.
That was well worth it to be in that tiny 3-line part just for that story. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Loving the pod, Connor. Hey, Quays, loving the pod, but wanted to point out a funny thing about Steve Martin's King Lear joke in Lasercats. Robo Face's final line is "Good night, sweet princes," which is from Hamlet. I just think it's a funny joke on a joke that he's not even referencing the right play.
Oh, that's great.
I think we pulled it from Cider House Rules, though. I don't think we were even thinking about the Shakespeare element.
I think he was.
I think he then made the Lear joke knowing that it was in there. Don't you think?
Yes. He's smart and we're not. I feel like he made it as a joke, and I didn't know that it wasn't King Lear.
I don't know.
Which is embarrassing growing up in theater. My dad's been in theater for 35 years, guys.
But listen, we wrote it in because of Cider House Rules. Steve Martin saw the line and went, King Lear. And that's what led him to his joke.
Yes.
But I think he does know that it's from Hamlet.
I think Steve Martin saw it and said, Hamlet, I'll say it's based on King Lear. He got it right, and then he put a joke on it.
But it was about two sons, which is King Lear.
Yeah. Hey, somebody pointed out, and I had to double check that this is true, but their name is Toby, and they write for The Athletic, and they obviously wanted me to look because they were like, The Athletic is also owned by the New York Times, home of the Bee.
Mm-hmm.
He's a writer, wrote an article, the headline, "The Most Intriguing Wagers Around Mets, Yankees, and More This Weekend." And late in the article, he writes, It's the same reason that my stack of Ken Griffey Jr. rookie cards didn't lead to early retirement and instead me toil part-time at Ja New York Times. And he did say, I cannot tell you how quickly after I posted it, someone in the comments wrote, righteous kill.
Oh my God.
Wonderful.
God bless. God bless.
Ja bless.
Truly, John Mudd.
We are everywhere.
I mean, a very nice, solid start before we get into the Tracy Morgan show. And what's the name of the short? Is it Party Guys?
Yeah, party guys.
First of all, this is Tracy Morgan's first time back hosting, so there's a lot of fun in the show. But should we just get right into Party Guys? Because this is as Kim's video as a Kim's video can be.
Yeah, I think we've wasted enough time. Yeah.
I mean, let's talk about it at the end. I don't know if it's even Kim's video, but maybe you're right.
Well, let me say about it. I remembered the game, Andy, and then I was sort of I counted up. I think there's 19 beats in like 90 seconds. Sorry.
Yeah.
So I had a real appreciation for the moves and the fact that you guys never slowed down and it just keeps getting faster.
Yeah.
And it's, is it a trifle? Sure. But it is, I think there's another version of the sketch that has 8 beats. And I was happy to remember that this one has 19.
I thought I was going to go 8 when I rewatched it.
Yeah.
It does seem like this is starting to become like a little thematic. I don't know how many more of these we did, but business meeting, this one, and what's the other one that are like basically the same game? But it's kind of a thing.
I mean, Seth, it makes sense to me that you would like it though, because isn't trifle your favorite dessert?
Trifle is my favorite dessert, and it's my favorite of all the desserts. It's my favorite one that you can use to mean another thing.
Right. Great.
Yeah.
Kiva, for $10,000, can you think of another dessert that also means another thing?
Baked Alaska.
Because when you're high in Alaska,
Exactly.
I thought you were going to mean that's what happens if like Alaska catches on fire.
Oh, yeah. Like when there's a forest fire, you're like,
I'm
"Ooh."
such a stoner. Sorry, I'm such a stoner.
Like Sunday, I think Sunday's the most famous one,
Sunday
right?
would have earned you $10,000, Kiva. Unfortunately, the time is up.
It's a different spelling.
I don't want to pay. I don't want to fucking pay the $10,000, man. I need the fucking cash.
I don't fucking know, man. There is
I
no
fucking got
fucking
this
answer.
mortgage, man.
It was Sunday. Sunday was the answer, Yorm, but it's with an E instead of a Y.
Fuck.
Do you want to go right into the short, or do you want to talk about Tracy Morgan's show a little?
Can we talk a little bit about the show? Like,
Yeah.
I'm asking selfishly because I don't remember shooting this short with you turkeys. I mean, my voice is in it, so I was involved. But
I don't think you were there.
Yeah, but what the fuck was I doing that week?
Let's look through the rundown and see. Well, it's 2009 March. So when do we shoot the MacGruber movie? Is that this coming summer?
Yeah, I may have been editing.
So are you location scouting in Albuquerque?
No, I would never have been allowed out to location scout. No,
No.
that didn't happen. But I could have been editing if we were.
No, but didn't we shoot in the summer of 2009? Or did we shoot in the summer of 2008?
2009. So yeah, so I couldn't have been doing that.
So prep. So you're writing, you're prepping, your brain is crazy, but you're right. You would not be let out for that.
You know how it was. There was no way. We were only allowed out for breaks. I did not ever work during the school year.
I have a suggestion. The back and forth on this schedule thing, I would argue, is like borderline interesting. Could we slow it down?
Interesting. Let's get out a calendar.
Yeah, let's go slower.
I just mean like physically, like find a function in Pro Tools or something and just like make
Yeah,
it that you
pitching
guys are
time.
talking slower.
Take it down to like 70%.
Yeah, exactly.
If it was
Wait,
a
what do you guys say?
Thursday-
Like, do you want to slow it down 2 dibbles?
Yeah.
No, that's levels.
That's levels. That's just volume.
That's crazy what you just said,
But
Seth.
we could screw it. You want to like chop and screw it.
Well, I think my favorite thing, Andy, is they never have the date at their fingertips. Like, there's a lot of like, let me find the date.
Yeah.
Like, that's the most fun part of this process.
So the opening monologue with Tracy Morgan, I remember getting pulled in to shoot a piece for it.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, hey, you're going to put this guy from WWE.
I remember this too. I'm glad you're saying this.
And I was kind of like, didn't have a clue who he was.
Me neither.
And he showed up and was very professional and cool and could
Lovely.
nail everything. And we did it, and it was John Cena.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I don't remember it at all.
I remember it was that thing of being told someone's a huge deal in their world. And I wrote that cold open, and I don't know kind of how it came to pass, but thinking like, yeah, sure, that sounds nice. And then he was so nice. And it is kind of crazy how I feel like that was right before he tipped into sort of being a giant mainstream star. Couple other things about the cold open before we get back to playing Where in the World Was Yorma in March of 2009?
Worth it.
Very good.
How are we going to afford that?
All right, so the cold open, very rare pre-taped cold open. Went back and watched it. I was super happy about it. Oh, by the way, it is Seth's Corner. Yorm?
Seth's Corner. Seth's been talking about what he did that week. He did the monologue. Good job, Seth. Okay, take it away. Cold open it, rather. Bye.
So it was about just Tracy being back in 30 Rock and making a big speech about it's like the home of comedy. And then it just like sort of smash cuts to the aforementioned Emily Spivey at the front desk saying like, but you don't have any ID. And it's just a scene about Tracy finding his way to Studio 8H. And it's a lot of him seeing two security guards and them staring at him and then him staring at them. And by the way, did you go back and watch it, Keeve?
What do you ask? The John Cena thing?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to find it. You can see I'm staring at this other screen. Sorry.
But it's a very nice Keeve thing, whereas like you think that they're staring at Tracy and then it cuts to a wide and they're just like talking about nonsense and Tracy runs over and punches them both in the face. And then Tracy gets on an elevator with like an older couple and then they're like, hey, aren't you Tracy Morgan? And then he punches both of them out.
Smart.
Gets off the elevator. Simon Rich is in it, punches him out, and then punches out Cena. But it's great direction by our friend Akiva Schaffer.
Oh, thank you.
This is where TV lives and breathes. 12 years ago, I came here a puppy. I left a man, and now I'm back again, wiser still. Yet for all my adventures and all my travels, I've learned something. This building is my home.
So you don't have any ID?
I'm Tracy Morgan.
I mean, the most notable thing about that to me is that it was a non-political cold open. Just so fun to let it be silly.
And it was only 2.5 minutes, and I feel like every now and then it's so nice to have one of those. And historically, and I totally understand it, Lauren is very opposed to doing a pre-taped piece for the cold open.
Yeah.
So there either probably was nothing good that week, but it was obviously written to be a cold open. So
it feels good at home. That felt like we were watching a very special episode. Mm-hmm. You're like, ooh, we better strap in. This is important or special.
The way Tracy said, wiser still. Like the sentence structure of that has always stuck in my head. Like as soon as it started playing, I was like, oh, here it comes.
The opening monologue he had to do to the lens, and it's not like we have teleprompters. So that's all, there's no cue cards. So in very non-SNL fashion, he's off book and delivers it perfectly. And I remember talking to him before and being like, yo, how are we going to do this? Cards, all that. And he was like, I've been working at 30 Rock. Like, I know how to memorize lines now. I got it. And then he did. And I remember being very impressed by that.
Oh, great.
Yeah, that's great.
The monologue, there's a very funny moment where he says how much Lauren meant to him and he brings him up on stage and it's a stagehand. And the guy says, I've been telling you for 13 years I'm a stagehand. And it's really nice.
For those at home who want to watch it, it is on Peacock.
Hey, Andy, there was a Brian Fellows in Tracy's Return episode, and now it's time for a quiz for Andy. Andy, were you in it?
Fuck. I know I was in Astronaut Jones.
Okay, I don't think he did it this time.
Okay, so yes.
You were. Based on how long it took you to answer, I have no confidence in the next part, which is what animal did you bring out?
Fucking monkey.
A red-tailed hawk.
Was it a real red-tailed hawk?
It was a real hawk. Like, so this is a fascinating thing about working at SNL.
I was holding it?
Yeah, like just imagine, if you're listening right now, just imagine that you're wearing a falconer's glove and a full hawk is on it. And you've got to walk out and have a conversation with Tracy Morgan with a hawk on your arm. And then, not 100 years in the future, but just like 15, someone's like, what animal was it? And you're like, monkey?
Right.
You had a hawk on your arm.
That really distills the show.
Because I was so focused on party guys.
Yeah. Anyway, Scared Straight. There's very funny Scared Straight.
I remember that.
Oh, but also in Scared Straight, it made me laugh. Tracy Morgan said to you, he pulled you up and he said, "Where'd you get the beer, Bob Dylan?" Which weirdly is like a callback to our last pot.
Oh my God.
All right. So, there's one other sketch that we have to talk about before we talk about the digital short, which I think about a lot. It's a great sketch. Rocket Dog.
Oh.
I don't remember it.
Rocket Dog is Wig hosts a show that talks about upcoming children's films. And Tracy is the director of a film called Rocket Dog. And they cut to a clip of Rocket Dog, and it's Andy. You are a little boy.
Oh.
And you have a dog wearing a jetpack.
Okay.
And it's clearly the last scene of the movie, and the dog shoots off into outer space, and then it cuts to an in memoriam of the dog. And then it cuts back to Wig, And first of all, it's really best of Mulaney, Rich, and Sawyer.
Yes.
And I actually texted Simon to confirm this is where they got the idea. I remember we were at the rewrite table the week before, and Paula Pell, who is truly one of the greatest lovers of animals in the world. She is the greatest gift to the animal kingdom. She's a great adopter of pets. And she was telling a story about how awful animals had been treated on a kid's movie and how they had filmed it in a country where there were like laxer laws and a bunch of dogs and cats had died in the making of a beloved children's film, which due to legal reasons, I'm not going to say the title of, but I definitely remember. But while she was telling the story, Simon's eyes were getting so wide with glee because it was seeding in him that he was going to write a sketch about a children's movie where all the animals died.
Yeah.
So they roll the clip.
Houston, we have a dog.
Okay. Couple things. You chose to play a clip that was the ending of your movie.
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that you knew that. Also, I noticed that the dog who played Rocket Dog passed away.
Yeah, you know, that was very sad. On a movie set, you become like a family. Then one day you have to strap a rocket onto a member of your family and set that thing on fire.
And there's a line that Tracy says throughout the sketch that I always remember, which is, Houston, we have a dog. And then they show other clips. And the second clip, the dog died, 2 other animals died, and also Andy's actor died. And then the third scene, Bobby is now playing Andy's part.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's a really good, it's the last sketch of the night, and it's the dream of what a 5-to-1er is supposed to be.
Wonderful. Good stuff.
Houston, we have a dog.
Houston, we have a dog.
Support for the Lonely Island Seth Meyers podcast also comes from Quince. One night with Quince's European linens, and I finally understood the hype. The difference was immediate. These sheets are light, they're breathable, they're super soft, with that perfectly lived-in vibe, but new! Woven from 100% European flax linen. They have that heirloom quality, and it gets softer with each wash. This is true. I ordered the European linen modern stripe sheet set and loved them. Absolutely loved them. I found it was breathable but light and just gave me a great night of sleep, guys. And I don't want you to be jealous about this when I say that they sent it to me for free, which is pretty killer. But by partnering with top artisans, Quince cuts out the cost of the middleman and passes the savings on to you and to me. And here's another fun fact. Quince also works only with factories that use safe, ethical, and responsible manufacturing practices and premium fabrics and finishes. Experience the difference. That's not their tagline, but that's mine for them. Let your bed match the season with cool, relaxing bedding from Quince. Go to quince.com/island for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/island to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/island.
This episode of the Lonely Island Podcast is brought to you by our friends at Maker's Mark. This Father's Day, we're partnering with Maker's Mark to celebrate the fathers and father figures in all of our lives. Nurturing a family takes time, patience, and care, and just like distilling bourbon, there are no shortcuts in honor of everything perfectly unreasonable our fathers have done for the sake of something remarkable. Maker's Mark wants to extend a happy Father's Day and cheers from the founding Samuels family and its 3-generation of remarkable dads. You know, can I just say about the remarkable dads that I do this podcast with, we always put our family and our children first. And in fact, that's why I'm the only one reading the ad right now, because the other 3 of them are doing what they should do, being incredible fathers. You too can celebrate the devoted father figures in your life by picking up a bottle of Maker's Mark 46, the perfect gift for Father's Day. Kentucky made and French finished. Maker's 46 can be enjoyed neat, on the rocks, or in a Manhattan. Maker's Mark is perfectly unreasonable about taste, which is why Maker's 46 is finished longer with seared French oak staves, resulting in a smooth bourbon base with notes of caramel and vanilla. Maker's Mark 46 makes their bourbon carefully. Please enjoy it that way. Maker's Mark 46 Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey Barrel finished with 10 virgin French oak staves, 40% alcohol volume. 2025 Maker's Mark Distillery, Inc., Loretto, Kentucky. And oh, Andy's going to be so mad he wasn't here because his favorite thing is French oak staves.
Support for the Lonely Island and Seth Meyers podcast comes from the podcast Comedy Bang Bang. Woo! Scott Aukerman. In every episode, Scott Aukerman, who we love, interviews a famous guest like Andy Samberg, who you know. He's great. Sarah Silverman, who we love. Or say John Hamm. All three people who are fantastic. Also, fun fact, I'm in a gang with Scott Aukerman called the Night Owls. So when you see him, be sure to give him a real hoo-hoo. In bed by 10. That's our slogan. We drink tea, guys. They're ridiculous, fun characters. It's a real yuck fest, you guys. I mean, the YPM is very high, yucks per minute. People like Paul F. Tompkins, amazing improviser. Drew Tarver, Lisa Gilroy, Ben Schwartz, who I also love, Sonic the Hedgehog, fun fact. Seriously, the show is super funny. It's great for first-time listeners as well. You can just jump right in. Check out new episodes of Comedy Bang Bang every Monday and classic episodes every Thursday, wherever you listen to podcasts.
All right, now we're into Party Guys. Talk to me. Where did we shoot it?
I don't know. I don't remember where I was, but we're going to get to the bottom of it.
It was a real apartment. It was a rare time where we must have had it early enough that they could get us some sort of a location, right? We're not.
Nope.
Or are we at a hotel?
It was Flat Hotel.
It was?
Really? It looked like a real apartment.
We did a great job faking it. Forget what I said.
We got a better room than normal.
Yeah, the fact that I'm looking at this frame and there's a wall and then there must have been a balcony.
Dude, that's a way better room.
I remember it being Flat Hotel, and I might be wrong.
No, but you might be right. But look at, we've got like a corner with 2 different sliding glass doors and a wall here. This is a big suite. That looks like a real place. But you're right. It could just be a giant hotel suite.
I'm almost positive.
I think it might be a giant hotel suite because it also is too big to be an apartment.
You're right. And it has no decorations besides what was thrown up.
Yeah.
I think it's the same apartment we shot some of those shots for Hero Song in even.
The same big hotel room.
There was like a bigger, nice one.
Go to the very end, Keeve, and tell me how long it actually is from start to finish.
Okay. It's exactly 90 seconds.
All right, so 90 seconds, 19 beats. 19 comedy beats. I think 21 beats. So, I mean, do we want to watch it through or talk it through?
I mean, you could say what the basic premise is, and then we could watch it to remember things.
All right, so Andy and Bill walk into a party, and they're like, ugh, I hate this place. Check out that dude. Cuts to Bobby, looking like a dummy. Look at those 2 winners. Casey Wilson, Abby Elliott, looking like the kind of girls you don't want to hang out with at a party. And then 19 jokes.
And Yorm is correct. It's the same kind of exploration as Business Meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to hit play.
I hate these parties.
I know. So lame.
It's always the same people, man.
No kidding. Look at this dude.
Nice shirt. Well, check out these winners.
Ah, here we go. Look at these jokers.
Let me tell you.
3 jokers.
Oh boy, check out Mr. Personality.
Why do we keep coming to these things?
I don't know.
Hey, look at this numbnuts.
I mean, we like seeing the writers. It's all people that are known now or have voice notes into this. So
It is, I will say, we get a lot of golden era and writing staff in this one.
yeah. And first we have, these aren't writers, but we have Abby and Casey as our party girls. And then, 3 jokers that obviously we weren't going to make any of our writers get through the makeup. So these are background people that nicely did it. Then we got Keenan as Mr. Personality with a sash.
Keenan in a nice suit with a sash that says Mr. Personality.
I don't know.
Hey, look at this numbnuts.
Okay, our first really good one.
Numbnuts is Lutz with his pants down, sitting on a block of ice, drinking a beer.
Yep.
I like that. Lutz was cool with it. He was just like, yeah, I'll show up. Sure.
Yeah.
Numbnuts is a real good one.
Yeah.
Next one might be my least favorite.
Oh, let's talk.
Check out that turd burglar.
That's your least favorite? It's pretty good.
That might be my favorite already.
I got a reason, though.
There's a guy stealing a turd out of a toilet in the middle of the room.
The toilet's in the middle of the party.
Yeah, he's just like a cat burglar in a
It
full...
is. Can I tell you why? you guys are going to hate me because it's like Mr. No Fun Logic, Seth.
Yeah.
It was the one where I didn't believe you would say that at a party.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
You clearly don't hang out with Will Forte enough.
This turd burglar.
By the way, we'll see Will Forte later.
Oh, and how?
All right. Next one I like.
Hey, look at that guy.
You know, I think it's pronounced Gee.
Well, look at that gee.
Gets nothing from the audience, but I like it too.
I do like Andy's part of it when he corrects himself. Oh, look at that guy.
We're immediately just folded. The joke has folded and is it doing a different game, which is the game
You
of...
say, look at that guy. It cuts to a karate suit on a hanger.
Yeah, we're making fun of the word guy.
And Bill says, I think it's pronounced Gee. And you say, look at that Gee. Again, I like that joke.
That gee.
Look at those sons of bitches.
Those guys are so baked.
The audience is so fast with the that it almost sounds like we piped it in.
It's nuts.
Are we sure we didn't pipe it into the edit?
No, that's the audience.
It's impossibly fast.
Now it's really moving. Sons of bitches, a litter of puppies. Those guys are so baked. Cookies on a sheet.
Yeah.
Here's now where it gets a little fun for me. The next one, the setup is Sausage Fest. And given, I think, 50 chances, I wouldn't have guessed what you did with it.
The fastest shot in history of two guys in lederhosen doing a little dance.
Holding long sausage
It
links.
is so fast.
Holding sausage links and dancing together.
Yeah, they're having sausage fest. Like
I believe those are the Hemasath brothers.
Yeah, it is.
Our sweet buddies from Wardrobe, yeah.
Oh, it totally is.
Yeah, Brian and Matt.
By the way, so next 4 in a row. I mean, again, now it's fun.
The edits are impossibly fast, and that's what's also saving these.
Yeah, so it's a little bit hard for us to do it. So I'll just say real quick, we'll watch it through. But for our listeners, the next 4 are Knucklehead, Hey Cowboy, What's His Face? Oh, there's What's His Face. And Look at That Asshole.
Yeah.
And again, in each case, I would say, in that great Lonely Island way, you guys go to like the 7th to 51st most obvious choice.
Such fast.
Look at that knucklehead. Hey there, cowboy.
What's his face?
Check out this ass. Not cool. With the cat dragged in. Check it out.
So a knucklehead is a talking hand with eyes. That's your knucklehead.
Yeah.
Great. Signed off. Hey, cowboy. Again, at this point, you think, as an audience member, you think you have taught me how to see this scene and I'm going to see a cowboy, but instead I see a boy with a cow's head.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good.
Then What's His Face? And it just cuts to a guy whose face is blurred
Yep.
for just long enough for him to go, huh? And then Look at That Asshole. And it's just Fred.
Yeah. He's like, hey, like, why didn't you even give me a joke?
He says, not cool.
Not cool, yeah.
And then Andy holds up a mouse and says, look what the cat dragged in.
Yeah.
Yeah, dead mouse. Oh, it could have been it could have been Dead Mouse's helmet.
Yeah.
That would have taken it to the next level.
Now we really have some speed. What are we at now time-wise, Keith?
102 plus the digital short. We're exactly 1 minute in.
All right, you still got like 28 seconds to go, and we've got like 9 more beats.
Dragged in.
Check out that hot piece of ass.
Here comes the cavalry.
Look, it decided to show his face.
These
All right. This is Andy. It's winning Andy back.
I know that one got me.
I'm surprised that that's the one that got you.
All right, look at that piece of ass. It's a literal
Hot piece of ass.
It's a piece of ass on the stove frying in a frying pan.
Yeah, because it's hot.
That's a good prop.
Here comes the cavalry. Cavalry enters, which again, like that's what I expected on Cowboy.
Yeah.
So I like that the game is just like, okay, now we're going to do one right down the middle. Brian Tucker, front of the cavalry. Then look who decided to show his face. Sudeikis is Batman with his cowl off, and he immediately gets hit by one of the Jokers that we've established earlier.
That one,
I think there's a James Anderson in the cavalry as well. Hold on.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
I like that you guys cast the Southern people.
Oh, wow. Yeah, everybody fucking made an appearance in this. That's great.
The 2 most Southern cast members outside of Emily Spivey at the front.
Writers.
Writers of the writers. All right, 3 to go.
These men.
Can you get a refill for my baby right here?
Okay, these motherfuckers. Jost, Klein, and Mulaney.
Yeah.
Jost, Klein, and Mulaney with some older women.
Pre-Mother Lover video.
Yeah.
Just kind of foreshadowing.
I did I took a screen grab of Jost, Klein, and Mulaney with older women and red solo cups drinking and partying. And I just said, SNL after parties used to be so fun.
And remember, guys, when we pitched Mother Lover to Justin, and he was like, but what about that shot in Party Guys?
Yeah.
Is this derivative?
It's like, you can't bump with party
You
guys.
can't do that. Klein, Jost, and Mulaney.
Well, I'll do Mother Lovers, but only with them.
That is a great crew right there.
It is a great crew.
We do have to slow down the beat for you to watch this, though. Like, it does take a second for you to be like, mothers, people who are fucking them.
Yes.
Oh, man. I can't believe they let Tom in here. That guy's a serial rapist.
I still can't believe this was allowed to air.
Yeah. It's a bit of a Dick in a Box reference right after a Mother Lover reference.
Yeah. That guy's the serial rapist, and we cut to Forte, bathroom door half open, just going to town on a box of alphabets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then sees us looking at him and slams the door shut.
Yeah, he hadn't realized he had left it open until this exact moment.
Yeah.
Got a big laugh. When I rewatched it, it chilled me to my core. But there you have it.
Yeah.
People like alphabets.
One last joke.
This party blows is that's too interesting of a sentence.
To let go, and you did nothing.
And then we didn't do anything. It should have just been like, oh, what do you want to do? You know what I mean? Or something. If you needed a breath there, it should have just been a sigh and something vague.
Right. Not saying this party blows and then not doing anything with it. I agree.
Or the joke needed to be that they wait and wait. I said this party blows. Like they know the joke is coming and they're like, what the hell? Why isn't anything happening? And then someone just walks up and like blows gently in their face.
It's not that somebody wasn't holding an industrial fan right off camera and just immediately like turn it on.
Exactly. Oh, sorry, I forgot with the fan because of the joke thing you're doing. See, we could have punched this up in a second.
We can go back and redo it. Should we redo it the way like Lucas redid all the Star Wars?
I think so. A nice CG.
Oh, yeah, we should put like CGI Jabbas and everything.
Yeah, let's start with this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he goes, this party blows. We cut to Jabba the Hutt with a fan. And they're like, I said this party blows. And he goes, oh, sorry, fellas. And then he turns on the fan.
Do the Jabba laugh again, Andy. I didn't know you had that.
Pretty good.
Oh, damn. Did Bill Hader just get
Bill does
here?
it better. Yeah, Bill's better at it.
Yeah.
But I can rap better. I can rap way better.
You know what's funny? Yeah, never mind. Nah, nothing's funny. What are we talking about?
There we go. That's the truth. Jeez.
Whoa,
Louise.
Seth, are you okay, man?
I don't know.
Let's talk.
That Cheerios thing spun me out.
Alphabets. Here we go.
But yeah,
Alphabets.
you are off your game. It's crazy.
Blows. Oh, man. Check out these douchebags. That's us.
What a sad end.
And it's a little sad.
Yeah.
It's a sad end. Yeah.
But it's correct. It needed to turn on them. They've
Yeah.
been very judgmental.
It's what they get. Yeah, just desserts.
Yeah. Look at these two douchebags, and then you guys see yourselves in a reflection of a mirror. It is nice, too, that you guys came to that conclusion. It wasn't somebody yelling at you.
Yeah. And then big sighs of resignation, of knowing it's the truth.
If we had it to do over again, though, Keeve, do you think we would have been like, the reveal is that we're centaurs, and like, who are we to judge?
Oh, yeah. Jabba bodies.
Oh, we could do it with CG.
Yeah. Half Jabba on the bottom, human on the top.
If anyone's out there who just wants to take the last frame, it's about 129 seconds, and just...
Sorry, you're saying centaur Jabbas? That you guys are centaur Jabbas?
Yeah, we're Jabba centaurs. What would you call that?
Yeah, give them slug bottoms.
A centabas?
Ooh, is that a good SNL commercial parody for next season? Slug bottoms?
Slug
And
bottom.
that's what a douchebag is? It's a half Jabba.
No, you obviously, then you ADR and it's like, look at those two Jabbas.
Jabba centaurs.
We cut to someone else at the party going, look at those two Jabbas.
Or centabas.
Centabas. Or half Jabbas.
Slug bottoms. Whatever, it's not a big deal.
Semi-jobs? Semi-Jabbas.
Yeah. Oh, look at those two semi-jobs.
Yeah.
Or when you guys come in, like Bill calls you Steve, Andy.
Right.
And then at the end, someone goes, hey, look, it's Steve Jobs. But then it's you with a job of bottom.
Right.
Oh, Steve Jobs.
So they think it's going to be Steve Jobs, but it's actually like the portmanteau of the first name Steve
And
the
Jabba.
first name Jabba.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Steve Jabba.
We're way better at comedy writing now than we were then. That's for sure.
We did it.
Yeah.
We did it. And that would make this criterion. But we didn't do it.
But we didn't do it. We didn't come close.
So unfortunately, it's just goes on the totally fine pile.
She fine.
The debate on this is Kim's video or not. And I don't know that it's our debate to have. I mean, we need Lynn and Questlove to come in. And
For so many reasons, by the way.
Yeah. I had Quest on my show last night talking about his wonderful SNL music documentary. And he said he did want to wear a Quaid Army shirt, and his stylist wouldn't let him.
Bless his heart.
Ah, that's wonderful.
that's a good
Oh,
stylist.
speaking of, Quato, what you cooking, man?
Oh, yeah, Quaid, what you cooking?
Like a grilled cheese, or you got some mac and cheese?
Oh, you know what you could say to Cueto as Wahlberg? Say hi to your mother for me. It's just sort of a shout out to Goose's
wife.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Quados, say hi to your mother for me. See Goose's wife.
What you cooking, Quaid?
Do you think Cueto watched Maverick, and when he would see Rooster, he'd be like kind of jealous in a weird way? Like, that's
Like,
not
what
him.
the fuck?
The fuck?
I'm literally her son.
Yeah.
By the way, if he did audition for it, I wonder if he went in there and went, hey, Jack Quaid auditioning for Rooster? Oh, I'm cock-a-doodle-doo! I'll just go. That's our audition bit. And then he's like, oh, yeah.
I will say, Andy, I knew it was our audition bit, and I thought you were going to do like Great Balls of Fire or whatever song it is they sang. And so the fact that it was Cock-a-Doodle-Doo was, I did find a great amount of surprise and delight from that.
Miles sings Great Balls of Fire in the new one, right?
Yeah, because that's what kids that age sing.
Well, if you're part of that family, that's the song you sing, Seth.
Wait, who played in the film Great Balls of Fire? This is just a little question.
Oh, my God!
Who played Jerry Lee Lewis?
God.
Guys,
That's correct.
fuck. This podcast is like...
Oh my God, we're in a simulation.
This is
we are living
a lot.
in a simulation. Everything is connected.
What year was that movie released? Obviously, I need to know that now.
87. Great Balls of Fire. I'm going to put me down for 87.
All right, Great Balls of Fire. I saw it in theater. I was just at the age where I could go do that. 89. Okay, guys, this is a lot to think about. What year was
Top Gun's earlier.
Top Gun? Yeah,
86, right?
86. Okay, so somebody was watching. Meg was on the set.
Yeah.
Goose is playing Great Balls of Fire. She's like, there's something to this. Get this in development right now. She goes home. Honey, I heard a song today from the 60s. I think there's a whole movie there. This guy married his cousin who was 13.
Quato, please confirm.
We got to get in on this.
Please confirm, Quato.
I have a problem. I think my problem with this theory, I bet Meg Ryan and Dennis Quaid aren't a couple yet.
Oh, God.
Fuck.
Then the whole thing fucking falls apart.
What year did Meg Ryan...
Quato, once you're done with your grilled
And-
cheese, which smells delicious, by the way.
Yeah, they met on the film DOA in 1988.
Shit.
So post... Oh, but it still could work. He's like, oh, anything cool happened on the set of Top Gun?
They had previously worked together on Inner Space, of course, in 87, but their romance blossomed during DOA.
Wait
That's
a
what
minute.
this says.
DOA, Yorm, isn't that the movie you told us that you like to jerk to?
Well, Andy, I said that in confidence.
You said that your totally good penis likes to get jerked to DOA.
Totally normal size peen.
Fuck, but this is a lot. This is a lot to process with Great Balls of Fire. Minimum, Meg Ryan had to hear Anthony Edwards singing it a bunch on set. And then just 3 years later, you have to hear it being sung like from the shower and from like the kitchen, just rehearsing at home. So she's heard the song a lot.
I think we can agree bare minimum at some point she could have gone, oh, I know that song.
Andy?
Yeah.
I would like to do real quick, you walking in to audition for Jerry Lee Lewis.
Oh, great. Hey, guys.
Hey, how are you?
Oh, wait. Well, I mean, when that was casting, it would be like, hi,
Oh, hi.
Okay, so you're a little young, but
I'm a little boy.
Hi. So you're Andy from the Bay Area?
Yeah, I want Jerry Lee Lewis.
Okay, great. Well, whenever you're ready, just let us see what you have.
Okay, so just when I'm ready?
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
Okay. Dung, 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 dung. You shake my nerves and you rattle my brain. You gotta live and make a man insane. I'm just gonna go.
you always make it you make it easy on the casting directors that they don't have to kick you out.
Yeah, I let them off the hook and just leave because you know when it's not right.
Yeah.
I've actually done that several times. Just like, okay.
You have, Yorm? Do you think you maybe fucked yourself out of a job doing it, though?
Oh, no, definitely. For Wolf of Wall Street, I was like, and that didn't work. See you later.
Oh, wow. What were you auditioning for in Wolf of Wall Street, bud?
The Margot Robbie part. He's like, ooh, Leo.
I was one of the traders, and a friend of mine got the part instead.
One of the traders.
It's a movie about stocks, Andy.
Oh, traders with a D.
Yeah. Not like the show, The Traders.
I was like, yeah, there is a lot of betrayal. A lot of betrayal in that movie.
Well, this was just great, and we so enjoyed our time together once again.
Seth, I'm good for dinner. Boom!
But what time?
Didn't you want 5 p.m.?
Yeah, can you just come here to the hotel?
Yeah.
You can even come earlier if you want.
First time anyone's ever said that to me.
Wonderful.
I had a second cup of job.
shit.
Well,
All right, I crashed.
Great end.
I crashed. It's over.
how's the movie? Where are you in the movie, Keith? I feel like it's forthcoming.
Movie is locked picture, and now it's the 1 month or 3 weeks of like crazy grind of doing the entire sound mix, getting all the VFX in, and doing all the color correction.
Right.
Bing bong. That's very exciting.
So that's what we're doing.
August, correct?
August 1st, probably July 31st, I guess, would be the Thursday night screenings. But yeah, so we got to get it done by the end of June so that they can make the DCPs, as they're known as, for July.
Very exciting.
What does it stand for? What does it stand for, Keith? DCP.
Digital Cinema Projection? Is that right?
Man, that sounds right.
Yorm, did you say Bing Bong?
I did. I've been saying bing bong a bit too much, I would say.
Right, because they lost.
Digital Cinema Package.
Yeah.
Yorm didn't want to show his digital cinema package.
But I don't know why. It's completely good.
Well, Yorm did.
I did.
Sorry,
I did,
I apologize. Yorm very much did.
Mari didn't want
Mari.
to.
She's like, because it's so big that I think it could fuck up our marriage.
Yeah.
It might fuck up the screen.
Right, it will like break people's TVs.
Like, would it even fit on there?
People will be like, whoa, my TV just exploded.
What else is smaller than you told me? Is this apartment smaller than you told me? Is our car smaller than you told me?
You're going to mess up other people's relationships because they're going to be like, whoa, it could be like that?
I didn't know it could be like that.
That thing is fine.
Oh, we're getting divorced.
This is the dude.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Yeah, sure. No, I was doing an impression of every lady
The
watching.
dude's like, I just realized I want to get plowed.
That's out there?
All this time I was straight because I thought dicks were little.
That was the impression of all the ladies watching. Oh, shit, we're going to get divorced. Because of that dude.
Also, it's like a fucking dude from Jersey for some reason.
Yeah. Oh, shit, I'm out of here.
My whole life, I was like, I don't want to get reamed because I think dicks are little like mine. But then I saw this kid on Girls, my favorite show.
Oh, shit, we're going to get divorced because you deserve better.
Oh, okay, that's a whole other thing.
I just picturing the brunch where everybody's saying to that dude's wife, like, wait, what happened?
It's complicated.
Tony saw...
Wait, explain this again. So you were
He was
watching...
watching Girls. Tony saw another man's penis for the first time. That was totally just a good average-sized penis. He felt so guilty about his penis and our marriage that he said he was going to step aside so she could experience that. He kept calling it that great big thing.
Honestly, shockingly generous, super out of character for him, frankly.
Yeah. He was just like, life's too short, honey.
Don't worry about me. I'm just going to barbecue the rest of the time.
Yeah.
Brought me flowers when he told me.
He's like, enjoy yourself.
And let me tell you, I didn't know. I didn't know.
I didn't know how average it could be.
I didn't know.
All right, well.
Anyway.
This is just like a writing night. Sometimes you just have to go down a bunch of different roads before you find what it's going to be about. Now you wish you could just start over.
Yeah.
You root around in the dark and then you find, a little light.
If that was the cold open of a movie, believe me, I'm watching the whole thing.
Whole movie. So listen to this one backwards.
Yeah.
And slow down.
I'm going to design a shirt and send it to you guys in the next 5 minutes. I think it's going to be real good.
Oh, okay. I look forward to that.
Great.
All right. Love you guys.
All right.
Love you, buddies. Talk
It
soon.
was fun. Love you. Bye.